Hi, this is David Blatner for InDesign Secrets, and I was asked recently what facing pages means in InDesign, and it's a really important feature to understand, so let me explain how you should use it. The first place people usually find facing pages is inside the New Document dialog box. And this dialog box looks different depending on what version of InDesign you're using, but it's just a checkbox. In this case, it's over here. Now, by default, when you make a new document, this is turned on for print documents, which is unfortunate because it should be turned off for a lot of documents, maybe even the majority of files you make. Facing pages describes the layout of the pages in your document. A book or a magazine has facing pages, like a left-hand page and a right-hand page. You know, pages that face each other on a spread when you read them. But an ad or a flyer or interactive document, these do not have spreads. You just look at a single page at a time. So in these kinds of documents, you should turn this off. Now, let's say you accidentally left the Facing Pages checkbox on and you click Create or OK. Or maybe someone sent you this file and it's already set up with Facing Pages. And there's just one page in it, so you know what? It doesn't really matter. A one-page document acts pretty much the same whether Facing Pages is on or off. But technically, this first page is a right-hand page, which some people call a recto page. Now, actually, I should say that if this were a right-to-left document, like Arabic or Hebrew or maybe Japanese, then it would be a left-hand page. But in this case, it's a right-hand page. Now, you can't really tell that from the page itself, but if I look at the Pages panel over here, well, I can see a little thin line just to the left of the page, which is the spine or gutter, and that indicates that the page is on the right side. If I add two pages by clicking on the New Page button down here, well, now you can really see that this is a Facing Pages document. Well, what if I don't want it to be? What if I don't want these pages to be facing each other in spreads? Well, I can head up over here to the File menu, and then I'll choose Document Setup. And down here, there we go again, there's the Facing Pages checkbox. If I turn that off and click OK, now you can see all of those pages turned into single pages. They're single page spreads. Now you will notice up here in the Pages panel that the master page is still a facing page spread. We can change that by right-clicking on it over here and choosing Master Options. Now I'm going to change the number of pages in the Master Options dialog box to 1 instead of 2. When I click OK, you can see that this has now become a single-sided master. Now, of course, we could do just the opposite. Like, I'm going to come over here and open Document Setup again and turn on Facing Pages. Now we've set it back to left and right, or verso and recto pages. So, now you know what the Facing Pages feature is all about and how to use it. And that's it for this episode of InDesign Secrets. Be sure to check out InDesignSecrets.com for thousands of InDesign articles and tutorials, and sign up to receive our free weekly InDesign Tip of the Week. Thanks for learning with us.